We spoke last time the Halacha of Gimel about the Halacha of concept of if he misses one word or he adds one word. If he misses a word and he already continued the Tefillin, it says Vehoyu. So Mele Be'avoyosom, it has to be the way it is. And if he skipped a letter and he continued, it's not in order. And the minute it's not in order, means you're going backwards, that's already a psul. But what happened if you add a word? You know, some letters, you can write it complete with a vav, and you could write it without a vav, and it has the same writing. Like la vosecho, for your fathers, you can write it with a vav and without a vav. So what happened if general, it's written really without a vav, but he added the word vav, so you can read it, when you read it, it's the same reading. Just the writing, it really should be writing without a vav. So then, there's two ways what to do. Or you could raise the vav just to cut the feet, and then it becomes like, and just you add the base, you make it like a long base, and then you gain the what, that, it's not going to be like looking missing. Generally, when you raise, if you have extra letter, it looks like two letters. When it looks two letters, then it's missing. That's the chison when you raise. But if you can make it that it should look like one, or you raise the whole thing, and it doesn't look like two letters, as I said, like it'll make the base longer. So then, for sure, it's better. What happens if you have two letters? I mean, it's one way. Let's see, red love. We're still with two vowels, and you need only one vowel. So what's better to raise, the first one or the second one? So over here he says that the name of Rabbeinu Tam, in order to be raised, Rabbeinu Tam, there should be a shield of Gimel Oisir. It's better really to raise the first vav than the second one. Anyhow. And the key is that what? When you're actually raising it, it should look like two letters. That's when you raise, has to be the beginning or the end. But if it's in the middle, then it's a psul, because then it's going to look like two letters. That's basically the yesod. Chov Gdalet. Another one, Halacha. You're allowed to write on the place that you actually raise it. You're allowed to write even God's name. Since you raise it, it shouldn't be like writing or who knows what. It looks like. Then it says no. Even if the minute you raised it and it's clean, so you can even write God's name, means that's called. It gives you advice, the mechaber. When you raise general, you should raise when it's dry. Because if it's too liquid, even though you try to take off the ink, but it always like has marks. When it's wet, you still have besides the actually ink, it has the wetness, that's the liquid. But when it's dry, so it doesn't absorb into the cloth, and it's easier to erase it that way, and it becomes much more nicer. But even if you erase, that's why you have a different general. It says mechika, and you have another word. It's called. Another word is called. One is called mechika and one is called ligro, scraping. Mechika means when it's wet. Yeah. Mechika means racing, it's when it's still wet. And grira when it's dry. When it's grira means that's after it's dry, then you take it off. Okay. So you have to make sure. Let's say it's the last letter, you have to make sure that it doesn't end, so you have 9 letters. Generally when you end, it has to be, the most has to be 9 letters. That's what gives you the advice, sometimes to avoid that issue of to have empty 9 letters in the cloud, so you should actually have like a long letter. So when you have a long letter, that covers the issue of having an empty space, it doesn't look Right, because it looks empty slowly, and you see till 9 letters becomes a new parsha. Then it becomes a new parsha. That's something to make a long base or long this in order for it to save it from having 9 letters, and then becomes a problem. Okay, have a good day today. Zat Hashem.